Poco F3 was released back in March of 2021. While there have been quite a few phones announced since then, I think that the F3 is still one of the best phones you can get for the current retail price of about $350, yet the device has some shortcomings to consider too that I'll go through later in the video. First, let's start with the pros or the reasons why the F3 is a great phone for the price even in 2022. Critics will immediately tell you that the phone has a plastic frame. Well, that's true, but I wouldn't say it's a big deal, especially considering excellent build quality and Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back. The phone feels nice in the hand and it even looks quite premium. The F3 comes in a variety of colors. The black model looks really nice when you open up the retail box. It is immediately covered with fingerprints and smudges that you'll be cleaning all the time. That's why my favorite is the Moonlight Silver model that has this nice strip pattern on the backplate. The glass back on this silver model also uses a matte finish which does a good job camouflaging the fingerprints. The whole body is IP53 certified, meaning that the F3 can survive accidental splashes. Obviously, IP68 rating would have been nice, but this feature is usually reserved for more expensive devices. The screen is one of the highlights and it has all of the features you could ask. It's AMOLED, it has a 120Hz refresh rate, and it is bright enough even for sunny weather. Overall, it's a beautiful panel with typical AMOLED properties. Well, many phones these days look nice, they are well built and they have good displays, but for the amount you're paying for the F3, it is still hard to find a phone with a powerful Snapdragon 870 chipset that is paired up with at least 6GB of RAM. The silver model that I have has 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, which is however not expandable, but with this amount, I don't really need an SD card. All of these specs translate into a near excellent day-to-day performance, and the phone runs on a well-known and a feature-packed MIUI 12.5 that is built on top of Android 11. The F3 is super fast and smooth, and to be honest with you, it feels that you're using a flagship phone as there is zero lag and no stutter at all. Having a powerful chipset means that you can play pretty much any games you want on this device without the need to pay the flagship phone price. All of the 3D games I played on this phone run absolutely fine. Haptic feedback is not an essential feature, but the phone uses a high-quality X-axis engine and you can definitely appreciate those subtle yet pleasant vibrations, especially when you turn off the screen. I also love excellent dual speaker system that produces balanced sound and the volume output is good. There is also a very fast and reliable fingerprint reader and some extras like NFC and an IR blaster. Speaking of sound, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack and no FM radio. The features that I can definitely live without, but I know that they are important to some users. No phone is perfect, and if I had to mention the key shortcoming of the Poco F3, that would be the wide-angle camera. It's simply bad even in good lighting conditions. Pretty much all of the photos are soft and they look like they are out of focus. I don't even want to talk about low-light performance, which is terrible. However, if you don't use the wide-angle shooter that often, you'll be fine because the main camera is capable of taking really nice photos with rich detail, and a dedicated 48MP mode gives you a ton of resolution for cropping the image in post. Even in low light, the main shooter performs pretty well using a dedicated night mode. I also like portraits, and selfies usually come out nice. The 4K 30fps video looks sharp, stable and smooth even when shot handheld. Even if you simply record the video while walking, the stabilization is quite good. A 1080p selfie video also looks pretty good. Overall, the F3 has a highly capable main camera for daylight photos and videos. The battery life is something that most Xiaomi and Poco phones are proud of, and the F3 is no exception. This is a 2-day battery phone for most users, and if you tend to watch a lot of video, you'll get almost 15 hours of YouTube playback at around 50% of screen brightness. It takes just 56 minutes to fully charge the phone, and you get a fast charger in the retail box. To sum up, the Poco F3 is not perfect, and you may miss the micro SD card slot and the headphone jack, and the wide-angle camera is pretty bad, but for the amount of money you're paying, the F3 is still one of the best phones you can buy. It has a nice design with IP53 splash-proof rating, good build quality, excellent AMOLED screen, a powerful chipset that assures great performance, good battery life with fast charging out of the box, good stereo speakers, flagship-grade haptic feedback, and other features that I mentioned in the video. In conclusion, the Poco F3 is still an excellent choice for the price, and it's very easy to recommend despite a few shortcomings. What do you think about the Poco F3? Would you buy this device, or would you choose another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.